What's up? How you doing? When I was 6 years old, one of my uncles got married, and I guess he was fascinated with magic in those days, and that was the summer of magic. Every time he bumped into him, he was always doing a magic trick. And the one that he was doing at first was this one here. I don't know if you could see it there. He had one of these, and he would grab it, open it up, and say, "Yep, there's a ball," and then he would do something like that with his hand, and he'd open it up again, and the ball would be, gone, vanished. So then he would do something like that, and the ball would be back. And I'm like, "How do you do that?" He's like, "Guys, I'm not going to tell you, it's a magic trick." So I go, "Let me try it." And he'd say, no, you can't touch that." So he did it for a while, and one day everybody was out of the house. I was home alone. I want to find that magic trick. So I searched everywhere. Finally, in the closet, I found it. I went in there and grabbed it, and I go, "How does he do that trick?" So I took this thing and I said, "I'm going to figure this out." And I opened it up, and the ball was there. I closed it, and I did something with my hand. I said a couple of magic words, and I pulled it up again. It was still there, and I kept doing this. Ball was still there, ball was still there, and then somehow I did one of these, and the ball was gone. I was like, I got power. I thought I had power. And like, how did I do that? It's like, here's the ball, and then the ball's gone. See, no ball. Couldn't figure it out. So as I was holding the ball in my hand, it had fallen out of my hand. This ball here had fallen out of my hand, fell to the floor, and cracked into two halves. Now, the day before, my uncle he took this ball, put it in his mouth, and he like cracked it in half. So I pulled it out of his mouth. It was two pieces, and he put it in his hand, and he did one of these, and then all of a sudden the ball was there. It was whole again. So when it fell out of my hand, hit the ground, the floor, and it broke into two pieces, I was like, "Oh man," and I can't put it back together. I don't have that kind of power. So I go, "I have to fix this before my uncle gets home." So in those days, we were staying at a place, and down below was a carpenter shop. So I ran down there and I said to him, "You have some glue? I can put this together." And he looks at it, he goes, "I don't think so." He goes, "Your uncle was down here yesterday and we glued it, and I guess the glue doesn't work, it's not strong enough." So I go, "Oh, magic trick, how you put it together. You didn't put anything together, you went down to the carpenter here and he glued it for you." So then I figured out how the trick was done, because I kind of did it so many times where it was kind of obvious. And I go, I don't really have power. It was just a magic trick. But that's what happened when I was 6 years old. So it was basically, hey, the ball is here, and the ball is gone. So no ball, nothing. It was like a fascinating trick.